evening, everyone. As you can see, I'm in the kitchen. On for a short while, though, because obviously they're watching football. I've got a panting dog here if you want one. As you can hear, we are. I think that's why it's because of the fireworks, obviously. So yeah, as of yet, no score. So yeah, Amjad is missing because he's got some personal stuff going off. So I don't know whether he'll be in later or not, or I don't know. He didn't say. So yeah, this is the thing. As you can see, my fridge is it's getting quite full with fridge magnets now. 4, I think we bought back from Flamborough with us. So yeah, Biscuit's down here. I don't know whether you can hear him panting or not, but anyway, I do apologise. I did message Richard earlier on and he says he was feeling better. So just messaging a few people. But I do know that Johnny has got visitors. And God, I've got my forehead. Hiya, Big Daddy Barry, how are you? So yeah, we've not had as many fireworks as Saturday night, but up until about half an hour ago, yeah, Biscuit weren't bothered. Hiya, Tommy, how are you? I'm in kitchen, by the way. So yeah, because they're playing football. But they've just kicked off the second half. But I've got a doggy here, down here, because it were a bit too, noisy in there. So I've messaged Richard, Tommy. I messaged him earlier on to see how he were, and he says he felt a lot better. So I don't know whether he'll come up on the panel or what. Yeah. So let's go. Anyway. So that's why I don't know about Radiant. I'm sweating like one now. You would think it'd be cooler in here. But yeah. Anyway. So basically when the football finishes, Chris will take my stuff in there and Sheffield United, who he supports, and they're playing at Bristol City. And it's the Sheffield Wednesday, the Sheffield Derby or whatever you call it on Sunday. They're playing other team on Sunday. It's only got because I've got a slaphead forehead. I think that's where we're luring to. I think you gathered that, Tommy, that they've scored. But because it's 9 o'clock, things are dying down a little bit now. Yeah, they're playing Bristol City. And they won 2-0 against Blackburn at Blackburn on Saturday. Saturday? Oh, I don't know. False alarm. So they haven't scored then. Barry's said he's watch it same game. They see they make that much noise. I could possibly stream from in there. And my niece has been playing me up. So I said to Chris, I'll go in kitchen. I said, because I can't be doing, we keep going up and downstairs. My niece has been absolutely killing me. I don't know whether it's damp weather or what it is. I don't know. And we were rudely awoken this morning. Yeah. Next door but one, they moved out because they bought their own house, and it looks like somebody's moved in, and there were bloody sawing trees down this morning. Oh dear. Can you imagine being woken up to I can't sleep through it all. Well, he said he didn't, but yeah. And then after that, they were doing fronts. Hiya, Johnny, how are you? Lara said that because I've been playing this calming music. Yeah, well, something went bang and Biscuit is coming here and he not go out. So, yeah. Even Chris couldn't get him to go in there. So he's in here with me. Bless him, eh, Biscuit? Still panting. So, pardon me. But yeah, we were rudely awoken this morning. Some been trees down next door but one.
Hello.
Good evening.
I'm popping up for half an hour because I am absolutely knackered.
But yeah, we were rudely awoken.
I had bloody heartburn all night and all. I didn't know.
I was just saying I've been playing. I messaged you, Dinta, saying we've been playing calming music, and yeah, they were a big lad bang, and that rate coming here and not. Yeah, calming music. It hasn't worked on the other pair. About Chris and Callum. The passion is to out the football.
Kalana likes the fireworks, but Callie didn't. Meltdown.
Yeah, I mean, it could also be to do with him being autistic as well. But yeah, and it was especially for dogs and all. But
I play it sometimes. But he doesn't even. I don't think he knows what day it is anyway.
But
now, loud our house is with kids. I don't think he'd know the difference between fireworks and kids.
Well, that's it. He's pretty used to it, isn't he, though?
Yeah. They did a little fire up field here where social club is. I thought it was a social club at first. It's been closed a while, so you never know.
Oh, you thought it were actually the club that had gone up in flames?
Well, I could just see over my edges, just like flames, like in distance. So, you never know around here.
I'm going to say, did you have to go out and investigate?
Yeah, they get a bit rowdy on the estate behind us.
I mean, it's not been so bad round here. Not as bad as it was Saturday night, but they were in there, and I did say to Chris, because I'd got telly on, you see. So I says, when I go in the kitchen, I says, do you want me to leave telly on? I says, or do you want to turn it off? And that started things off. I should have left telly on, really. He's down here, he's panting his head off.
They just can't get round their heads around the noises.
Yeah. I mean, he don't like loud noises, you know, as it is. Never mind, you know, fireworks going off, and we were terrible on Saturday night. To the point where we were throwing.
Everything went off between like 7 and 8 here. Oh, there's still a few going off in distance.
I'm going to say that the ones that are going off around here, they seem to be in the distance. Don't start that, Biscuit. Don't start that. Biscuit started licking his sen again. He left himself with bald patches last time he started licking his paws and whatever. It's just nervousness, that's all it is. I thought he was settling down a bit, you know, because he's in here with me.
I think what it is as well, when the fireworks go off, they're at different distances, different type, you know.
You see, when they're in distance, Johnny, they don't bother him at all. But it with this particular, you know, I'd sort of just come in here, and there was this loud bang, and I think that was what set him off. And he come in here. He even tried to get under my legs under here, and I went, "You can't get under there, Biscuit." But yeah, he's down there at Tumble Dryer corner. How's Tracy now? Is she fully recovered, or?
Well, no, she's scratching it with her other ear now.
Oh, don't say she's starting it in other ear now.
Just the fact that she can't hear out of it because it's blocking it up. It's blocking up. So she's better than she was, though.
You know, it's terrible when it's your ears.
She's on the second bottle. She's on the second bottle.
What, antibiotics?
Yeah.
But
I know.
Hi, Tracy.
Jeanette says hello.
Hiya.
I was just asking. Hey up. I see.
Straight out watching fireworks.
Oh.
Oh.
I seen this on Facebook earlier on, and I sent it to Richard. Right.
Yeah, I've took some.
Right.
I told her I'm not coming on for long. I'm fucking knackered.
No.
Willy Warmer, cocksock. I sent it to Richard.
Yeah.
He couldn't stop laughing.
Right, pass me that then. Oh, just got to have my food on there first.
What?
Yeah, I'll fleshy. It's all gone fleshy.
Do I have to see that? You'd have to point it out.
What?
Do you know, see me here, it's gone all fucking. I said, I know. Who sat next to her in bloody car?
Tommy says I was looking a bit at your live stream early this morning, seeing the fox in your garden. Well, Chris Ronan mentioning it earlier on, and he says, "Do hedgehogs hibernate?" I says, "I don't know. I couldn't tell you."
No,
anyway,
but they just come out at night, don't they? They live at bottom of hedgerows and stuff, don't they?
They do hibernate, because I googled it, and it says they hibernate between November and March. So they do hibernate.
So they're under hedgerows and that out there and stuff. Hedgerows.
But yeah, you know what I mean. This is probably why they've been coming a lot to fill the bellies while they're hibernating, obviously, because they don't eat while they're hibernating. So they've got to get this, you know, the filler food. Stop panting now.
Still a few growing up here.
I think it's stopped now, here. Just keep getting odd one. I mean, there's some like that row over there, but it were them. I think they were them quiet ones because it sounded like rockets, but they were just like fizzling, if you know what I mean. They weren't banging.
You get quieter ones. You
But,
get ones about a lot, so much of a loud.
Yeah, but they were going off across Rowood. I mean, that didn't bother him because they weren't, you know our son when they go up and then all of a sudden they go bang. That's what was the problem Saturday night.
This is my thermal top I've got underneath my t-shirt.
It's what?
Top. It's a thermal top.
Oh, and here's me. I'm sweating like I've seen before. Right?
Bloody freezing over here today.
But,
honestly, really cold. I think it's been about 7 or 8.
I think it's going to be a bit warmer tomorrow. I mean, it's been really dismal today. Well, Amjad says he might not come in because he's got some personal stuff going on. But
no more whiskey for Callum.
I know. Yeah, well, he
Aren't Leeds and Sheffield United playing tomorrow?
No, Sheffield United's playing Bristol City tonight at Bristol, and then on Sunday they're playing the Sheffield Derby, which Chris has got tickets to. But yeah, so yeah. Hi, Steve. How are you? Well, he can't have any more because they ain't got no more. He's run out of ice. So, and that's still that bottle of whiskey. You know what we bought when we were on holiday? That's still that bottle of whiskey that he bought while we were down there. I've still got a full bottle of Smirnoff Ice.
I've only got that sticky.
Well, you know, when you tell him not to drink it like pop, what's he going to do, Chris?
I've only got that those little bottles of whiskey in workshop that you can start a car with.
Paint stripper, in other words.
Oh, Saturday 22nd we play Sheffield United.
Oh, that's Chris's birthday.
Keena's on 19. Hey, she's having a party on 23rd, and a friend is having his birthday party on the Sunday 24th, a pool party. You have a busy weekend, don't you? Yes, but every up now, you should be in sleep.
The silence keeps me.
Chris has seen her. He says he's only seen a woman and 2 kids. So yeah. That
So how close are they as neighbours then? The new ones?
It's next door but one.
Yeah.
Not Ivy. Yeah.
It's not the dog then. Not the dog on the end then.
Oh no.
You'd have a quiet street if she
Harry
disappeared.
left it back because Chris put penalty to City.
Oh, it's all carrying on in America, you know. Some voting machines have been not working and stuff like that.
Well, Callum was telling me. I don't know how he knows, but anyway, he did that they were pressing a button like these online votes or something. They were pressing to vote for Trump, and they were getting vote to that Harris.
Yeah, they're saying it's just a computer glitch and they're sorting it out. I think they're trying to rig it. They're scared to have Trump back in. America needs Trump so badly. It's in such a state, America, right now. Financially, everything.
But
They
you
need
know,
him back.
it
Just for
is,
stability, to be more. There were no war when you might not like Trump, but there were no wars or anything going on when he was in power. None of it. It all needs to calm down because you've got bloody North Korea helping Russia now, sending their soldiers over. He'll be fucking itching.
apparently, according to the news tonight, the Russians have been spreading misinformation.
Who were that? The BBC? They're the fucking queens of it. Oh my god. Whatever. I don't watch mainstream news. I watch proper news.
As long as they're respectful and you have a bit of, yeah, I think basically what it is, Tommy, they've just moved in and they want to start off on right footing. But I mean, you know, waking everybody up at crack of dawn with chainsaws and whatever, in being, you know, anyway. But that, apart from that, yeah. But it looks like she's on her own with 2 kids, so I don't know.
Yeah, that Kamala Harris, she's a fucking lunatic, and she's thick as pig shit as well. Never known anybody so thick. She talks to you like, you know, like teachers talk to the school children.
Yeah.
That patronising fucking voice. Somebody chuck a colouring book at her and put her in a corner.
You see, they're all harping on about, oh, she's going to be his first ever woman president.
She's not going to do it.
It don't make
unless they totally rig it, and I mean totally rig it, with these like systems going down and shit. They're not. She's not going to win it.
It's you know, it makes no difference whether it's a man or a woman, as long as they run the country how it should be run.
Well, you don't want her in there.
Oh, pardon me.
As vice president, you're absolutely freaking useless. What makes you think she's going to get any better? And she can't do anything in off script. She's got a microphone in her ear. Everything she's going around the country, right, doing these like cinema things and that, where everybody turn up and that, and reading the same speech over and over and over again.
But you know what makes me laugh, Johnny? The thing, because they've got these big celebrities behind them.
Oh yeah, Harrison Ford popped up today and said, "Oh, I'm voting for Kamala Harris."
You know, yeah, it's going to bring them some credence.
You notice when he was saying it, he was looking down at a piece. He was reading it off a script. He kept looking down because he said,
anyway, as I say, I mean,
there's another paid one. Taylor Swift. She's as bad.
Oprah Winfrey's another one and all.
Oh well, I'm not being funny, love, but she's in with P Diddy and all that. She's one at pedo a lot. She's done some bad stuff in her time. I can tell you.
But,
she's one of the worst there.
Yeah.
Look what happened in Hawaii. She protected her own house. She had a private fire service there protecting her house, while the rest of the town burnt to the ground. And then she had cheek to put a link in on her fucking webpage, right, for donations. Fucking multi-million billionaire. She could have fucking sorted it all out with one little payment. But then she got a load of backlash for that, so she like apologized. And then she got The Rock stood next to her saying, "Oh, she didn't mean it."
This is the thing, though. But you know, hi Crypto, how are you?
Hi Crypto.
You know what I mean? Celebrities is just normal people. So what makes them think that having these big celebrities, you know, all
well, look at the ones that spoke out in defense of Trump. They've ended up having their careers ruined. So you know what I mean. And then there's these paid ones, paid stooges. I mean, she's a famous country and western artist. She's been offered 3 times to make some statements on Camilla's behalf, you know, like on her vlogs and stuff. She got offered $25,000 once, $40,000 second time, and $80,000 on the last time. No, she went live on her podcast and said this is what they've been trying to do.
I agree. Did you see who were? Oh, you probably won't see it. Guess who were in audience at the Trump rally? Your favourite person,
Oh,
Nigel
Vic?
Farage.
Oh, yeah, I like Nigel.
Yeah, crypto's back home now.
Oh, she's in detox.
I'm just not here tonight, crypto. Hi, Tim. How are you? Yeah, he's got some personal stuff going on.
Yo, Jason.
I keep messaging Richard, but he's not responded. But I did message him earlier and asked Harry where, and he says he's been he were a lot better. So
I'm too knackered to like me sparkler tonight.
Chris felt as rough as a dog this morning. He says
I'm not poorly, I'm just shattered.
He says it felt like he were going to throw up this morning. So it must be like a bug. I don't know, a 24-hour bug that's going round. I don't know. So, but yeah, he ended up having to go back to bed, and that's very, very unlike Chris. So
I'm laid up bed about 2 o'clock. I thought I'll have half an hour, and I dozed off and jumped up thinking I had to go rush off to school, but I'd only been asleep 5 minutes.
yeah, Chris had a good 2 hours. Might even have been more.
I built some boxes this morning to put the car up on them.
Hiya, Gordo. You built some more boxes?
To fit round the wheels, but they're about that big.
Oh.
So I can jack it up and slide them underneath.
That other Bristol team's winning 1-0, Gordo. They've just got a penalty.
They're like wheel cradles, I call them, I think. It's just an extra precaution for when I'm under there. Plus, it'll bring it up 15 inches off the ground. So that'll help.
Well, Dave says he feels better, but not 100%. You see, I messaged Richard earlier this morning, and says, how you feeling? And he says a lot better. And he'd gone to work. So, yeah. Ooh. Hi, a beautiful crypto. But yeah, I'm in the kitchen at the moment because they're watching football. Hence the reason why I'm not baking. I've got a sidekick biscuit. He's in here.
Well, biscuits are supposed to be in the kitchen.
Well, not lay on floor in kitchen.
Did the score then?
No, I don't think so. This is what I'll be using tomorrow night instead of peanut butter. Because you've got to mix peanut butter in with the Rice Krispies as well as chocolate. So I'm going to be using Biscoff spread.
And we've got Madhouse back. So
How long stop before this time, Johnny?
Goes back Friday. And that's it till Christmas then.
Ah. So she's took more or less all her leave all in one go.
Yeah, I think she's got 3 days at home at Christmas.
Oh, that's not bad then. Hey, guess what? Chris made a spag bol for tea tonight. It was lovely.
Guess what? I did.
I think he went a bit overboard with garlic though. It was a bit.
As long as you both eat it, you can have a snog and you won't notice.
Well, that's it.
Even if it's just one spoonful, just go in.
Even Chris admitted his son. He says, "I think I overdid it a bit with garlic."
I bet you were throwing in pinches willy-nilly.
You see, all I did, Johnny, I chopped the mushrooms up for him, and we have a red pepper in ours, so I chopped them up for him.
I eat peppers any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Yeah, it already.
Hang on. Do I hear a goal?
It's that just them getting excited. Down at our Asda, they do like red chopped onions.
Oh, eat that crap.
But I mean, it saves sort of, when you
It says apparel on it. Don't eat it.
a what?
Apparel. Yeah.
But anyway,
That's that Bill Gates bloody crap that's covered in that chemical to make it last longer.
I mean, even mushrooms, I peel
Tracy does that.
I peel them, and then I wash them, and then I chop them.
Oh no, straight in, wang.
Nah, I make sure.
Oh shit. Oh, bloody Nora. They take it a bit serious, don't they?
I'm going to say, you should know by now, Johnny, they're very passionate about the football. I don't know why I bother coming in here. I may as well have just sat in there, hadn't I?
1-1 at the moment.
Yeah. That only because they got a penalty.
87th minute and also they ain't got long, have they?
What
I have a little app that pops up when Leeds is playing on my phone.
Yeah. It's the Sheffield Derby on Sunday, and they're going to match. Chris was saying to Tim and Crypto the other day, says, I bet I could flog these for a fortune. These tickets.
Oh yeah.
Because it's a Sheffield Derby, you see, and it's at Bramall Lane.
Yeah, that'd be worth a few quid. And is that because he's got season tickets?
No, he's just got tickets for the actual match.
Oh.
Anyway, what we're going to say? I forgot now.
That's because they shouted, "Hey!"
Yeah. It's put me off my mojo now. Yeah. Other team are up shit creek out to paddle. They've got a transfer embargo because they haven't paid their taxes.
There's some fiddle going on with football, isn't there?
I mean, they got thrashed other day 6-2 by Watford. Oh, probably not hear them. It's Ivy, but she's used to them by now, Tommy. And they always say, like when they have, like they just did, they'll say, "Sorry, Ivy."
Oh yeah. Jason says you were talking about mushrooms.
Oh yeah, I'm very particular about my mushrooms because Chris had said to me, Will you chop me peppers up and mushrooms and I'll do rest like. But I'm very particular. You think you've got to think that they've come straight out at ground, right? So they've got bloody, you don't know what's shit and pissed on them.
Well, they're actually grown in dark, aren't they?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean? I'm very particular. I cut skin off, I cut stalks off, I wash them, and then I slice them. I don't take any chances.
I'd say stop pissing about and pass them in.
But yeah. But now we're talking about Chris made a spike ball tonight. And I was saying to Johnny, I'm very particular about the mushrooms. I always peel it off, peel them, and then I wash them, and then I chop them.
Today I've not that bottle over.
I've never, and this is an honest thing, I've never tried a magic mushroom in my life.
Oh, I have.
So, and I want
more top of Ilkley Moor. The clouds were low down on it on the Ilkley town. Yeah. So they want a cloud in the sky. And I was off by I'm off my bloody tits. Me and my mate went up, we got this tent. We thought we found a dry bit of like more or less flat ground. Yeah. Fucking pitched this tent and shit, right? Middle at night, right? We'd sunk into the area we were sleeping in and it fucking filled up with water. We woke up soaked.
Oh dear.
Well, I actually woke up to a fucking sheep. I woke up to a sheep putting its head through tent.
I bet you thought you were having a nightmare, didn't you?
I fucking woke. I was soaked, fucking sheep walkers up, and then I come out at fucking tent and we're just in the middle of this fucking grassy swamp.
Gordo says, bear a thought for Mrs. G. Whilst the blades and the shite are playing, she's stuck in her work and she's right next to the ground. Oh dear.
Mm.
But yeah, same as Chris says other day, he says, I couldn't care less if I never get any tickets to any other matches. He'd got to get tickets for the Sheffield Derby on Sunday. I think they kick off at 12:30. I know it's an early kick-off.
Oh, we've got 90 minutes plus 2 minutes. Oh.
Oh.
They better hurry up. I don't know how much extra time they've got.
Oh yeah, because I bet there's a lot of yeah. It's like down at Bramall Lane, Gordo. Chris and Callum always hang back because they walk it there and back, and they always hang back because there's everybody fighting to get out, and you know what I mean. And he says, well, it's no detriment to us to hang back a little bit because it's 10 minutes there and 10 minutes back. Hey, up, Crypto, I've had our biscuit in here and he's laid down. And Chris shouted him, he won't go in there. Our Callum come in and shouted him and he won't go in there. And it was fine until there was this loud bang and that were it. So he's actually laid down here. He's calmed down a bit, even though I've got window open and there is some sort of going off in background, but you see, same as Chris says, Gordo, as well, with Bramall Lane only being like 10 minutes, it's not worth getting car out.
It was really misty here tonight as well, so
It were this afternoon here at foggy. Our biscuits lay down here. It tumbles right. So but we're panting a lot, but it's settled down a bit now. But obviously Richard must have gone to bed early.
like I say, that knocks you out of you if you haven't been well. You end up falling. Well, I just had heartburn all bloody night, so I woke like I don't remember what time I went to bed. About 11. I'm up about 2. Up about 4.
Hi, Jenny. How are you?
I had to be up at 6 to go get early.
Oh yeah, I forgot because she comes out about 7, doesn't she?
And I've done 2 runs tonight, picking everybody up, dropping them back. And I built some boxes. The cold got in me back earlier though, because it's fucking freezing out. Have they just scored again at last minute?
Shouting for somebody to be sent off. Is it next room, Jamie, because they're watching football?
Well, it's 90 plus 6 minutes now. So somebody just got sent off. Hi, Joel.
I don't know. I know somebody's is sending somebody off.
Yeah, red card to R. Dickey of Bristol City.
Oh, Dicky. That's a,
Yeah. Yeah, R. D-I-C-K-I-E. Dickey.
Dicky.
Red card as well. Kicked at bollocks.
He'll be saying to his missus, not tonight, Josephine.
He's definitely above the shin.
So does that mean they've got a penalty then?
I don't know.
Oh, Dicky, yeah.
Ooh.
Obviously, they ain't got a penalty, so.
They've got some extra time, haven't they? 7 minutes extra now.
Sheffield Wednesday have won 2-0 at home against Norwich. Hey, oh, is the look?
I just sent you a message. I'm in the basement, but there you go.
Hello.
They've got to stay fast because Sheffield Wednesday got thrashed the other day 6-2. So they've won full time 2-0 against Norwich.
90 plus 7 minutes now with that, man. How are you feeling, Richard? Are you any better?
Yeah, I'm not so bad today. I felt bloody awful yesterday. Yeah,
Any idea what it was? Just not
Yeah. Felt rough. Hello, Jason. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Joel. Hello, Godo. Hello, Tim. Hello, Crypto.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that.
Oh, Sheffield just scored again.
Are they?
Yeah. How come they're not shouting?
Because there might be a delay. There you go.
There we go.
There'll be a delay because they're watching it probably on Fire Stick. There's a bit of a delay.
Yeah, I knew it before they did. Oh, they'll be happy about that.
Hey up, even so much so, Richard, our biscuits in here with me. Now, right, how often do you hear that? Biscuits in here with me.
They're louder than fireworks.
But yeah, but he's used to that, Johnny.
Yeah, 90 plus 9 minutes, so they've cracked it now, haven't they? Winning. Scoring again. I can't see other team getting one in now. Just waiting for that whistle. That's what Leeds United over there like scored 3 goals. Like one were at 30 minutes, one were at 33 minutes, and one were at 38.
Hey up, thank God for it's nearly finished, Jamie. Hey up, they're playing other Sheffield team on Sunday, Joel. And Chris is going to match. Johnny says they get a bit carried away, don't they? I went, yeah, they're passionate about football.
So's Keena. She's like, I don't know.
Yeah. You're probably singing. Who are you? Who are you? Oh, dear.
Hello, Tim.
Yeah, I thought you might be, Gordo. Because Gordo supports other team to what they play in. That's it. Done. But yeah.
Well done.
I'll ask Chris when he comes in, right? I'll say, do you know what team you're playing on 22nd of November?
Hey, knows.
That's Friday, isn't it? Because it's our cat's birthday this Friday, and Chris is always like 2 weeks after his.
Yeah, because they've gone up to number 2 now, Sheffield United, and Leeds United are number 3. So that's that match on 22nd now, isn't it, between them both? Sunderland are only a couple of points in front, aren't they?
As well, Richard. Oh yeah, you were. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it in last night's chat. I were in bed. I was drifting in and out of sleep watching from my bed.
Did you see me? And I says, "Get well soon, Richard and Gordo."
Yeah, no, I must have been asleep on that one. I saw Gordo say he'd been in bed.
Yeah, he said he'd been in bed all day
And
yesterday.
somebody said that Chris had been in bed as well. Was that you?
Yeah, he felt as rough as the dog this morning.
I gets mixed up with you told me what, you see, and I get confused.
We know.
We won. I've had some whiskey.
I knew the score before you.
You knew there were a goal 5 seconds before.
Yeah.
I knew the score that second goal 5 seconds before you did.
We won 2. We scored 9 last minute winner.
Were it a penalty or were it?
First one were a penalty. Then somebody called Ryan Owney scored. And then second one from Harrison Burrows at last minute.
Oh, so it went from that sending off then.
It was from that send off. They sent the second goal where they got sent off.
How many people ready for car park when they scored that last one?
Yo, I tell you something though. Sheffield United got a long way to come back.
Hello, Jason. Uncle Seaway. Hello, how are you? I'm a bit drunk.
He's only had one whiskey.
One whiskey and a party.
Give over, fucking won.
Jamie says we won. Always funny when we say that. We have nothing to do with it.
Hello,
Yeah.
Scott. How are you?
Yeah, well, anybody think the way Callum and Chris are shouting at thing that they were playing?
Yeah, take your football boots off now, lads.
We're going to the Steel City Derby on Sunday between Sheffield United and them lot over there at 6.
Who did play out 22nd on your dad's birthday?
I don't know. Who do we play on 22nd?
Ask your dad.
Leeds United.
Leeds United.
Is it at Leeds or is it Bramall Lane?
Bramall Lane, because they played first at their end.
Oh.
Hello,
Oh.
team.
Good. It won't fuck up my parking.
Just settle down, Callum, and you come in.
I told you I'm drunk.
Yeah.
About whiskey.
Don't start, Callum. Your mum's clustered pans there.
And a frying pan and all. Just a trainer.
Celebratory whiskey that I've had.
Well,
I'll give him some of that stuff you can start a car with.
that it don't thing with me because you had the whiskey before you knew you'd won.
I know, but
So Here's a panel.
I'm a panel here.
It's here behind me.
I'm here, hello.
It's still going off now.
You know you can go inside now because the game's at.
I know. I'm waiting for your dad.
Somebody's waiting for you. Dad,
Someone's waiting for you. Yeah, I've got some stuff you can start a car with.
Yeah. Hey, oh, this is the thing, Jamie. Chris is used to it. Callum ain't.
Oh, WrestleMania's Jamie or Scott?
Yeah, Jamie. Your
His
dad
name's
calls him Scott, but his name's Jamie.
Oh, I'm calling
Scott,
Scott.
I just clear that up.
The whiskey keeps the vocal cord greased so they
Funny
don't.
looking ear horn, Richard.
I'm going to say he's looking a bit perplexed.
Who?
Richard.
I was just listening to a voicemail, that's all, but I couldn't make any tail of it, so I give up.
By the way, did anybody hear a score?
Yeah, I knew you'd scored for the second time, 5 seconds before you did.
Scott!
Do you know who to play out 22nd?
Oh,
Your birthday?
no.
Sheffield United.
Leeds United.
It's not Weeds, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Leeds.
come on, Will. The only reason we
look.
lost against Leeds is because of George Baldock's death.
We'll go
The
gentle on
only
you.
reason we lost.
So they're going to get beats on that date, and they're going to get beats on Sunday as well. That's not so good.
Hey, Richard, I've got
No, they're playing Sheffield Wednesday on Sunday.
No, that's a
Yeah, that's what I
swear
mean.
word.
play a bit of week on.
You're going to get leaked off Wednesday, and then leaked off Leeds.
Richard, I've got your computer virus. I've been badly all week, all day.
Okay.
I had to go to bed for 2 hours this afternoon.
I know the feeling.
Right, are we going in there?
Yeah, are you going to...
We're going
Hang
in.
on a minute. Hang on
Come
a
on,
minute.
come on, lady, we want to watch.
He's just settled down now, and you riding lot come in.
Yeah, we want to one. We want to one.
Right, I'll be 2 seconds, like literally, just going from here to there.
Sheffield United.
So talk among yourselves.
Just it in with camera. Right.
The whiskey keeps the old vocal cords greased so they don't get sore from all the yelling.
Hello. You all settled. Taking my vitamins.
So what have you been up to today, Johnny? Out good?
Just made some boxes to put the car up on.
Alright.
Like, very heavy
Yeah.
duty.
Have you not done all your underneath work now?
I haven't done oil yet. I couldn't get it up high enough. On the ramps, I only got about 8 inches high, so when I couldn't get, it's too low down. So I made these boxes at 15 inches higher. And my axle stands go up to 17. So I'm thinking I'll jack up on axle stands up to 17. Then slide the boxes underneath and then lower them down onto the boxes. They're like big cradles throughout wheels. They're really big. I made them out of 4x4 posts. So they're like that, like a cradle bit like that to it. I've got it so you can just slide them under. And then I'll be able to work away happily under there now. Well, not happily, I don't want to be under fucking car. I bought some work mats as well that link together. Where you get in workshops and that.
Yeah.
They're big thick mats. A pack of 8. Fucking woman passed me over at counter, they were bigger than her.
Right.
Only £21 for a pack of 8. And the interlock.
Talking about now.
My comfort under that car.
No.
Always done that.
I'll be so comfy under there by the time I finish. I'll be at camp.
You haven't done more alcohol.
Last minute, come on.
Good
Woo.
coffee.
Yes,
That's
please.
it. That will set us up for Sunday afternoon.
You won't believe what I made one of the boxes out of. Tracy's planter. She can have it back there.
Bye.
We don't put
Yeah,
kettle on,
I built
Jason.
one big box.
We've got a
built one
Dolce
big-
Gusto.
I built one big box to put the wheels under, yeah. Yeah, and I run out of wood. And then, just out of coincidence, I saw Tracy's planter. So I took it apart a little bit, I beefed it up, made it look identical to the other one, more or less. And she can have it back later. I ain't damaged the flowers. I got them out. No, I moved it out way to look for some wood, and I noticed they're exactly the same height and same width. So I took the top of the planter off and made the same frame as what's on the other one.
The tree.
Just going to Macabre, I won't be a minute.
Does anybody know what they are? How's it
Like
again?
green napkins with dots on.
The what? The Grinch cookies.
Just kidding. You
Is
want
that
this?
safe to have that much green?
Are you, Raphael?
Yeah, Raphael.
Second.
I know
Aston
Johnny
Villa.
said he already knew that one as well.
Yeah. Said alien titties.
Alien titties.
No, no one.
Oh dear.
Come on. Come on. It's all good now. It's quiet.
Yeah, you're safe now, Biscuit.
What, mate?
But yeah, I've sort of been looking into like Chris, looking for the
Falcon.
no, I'm on about Christmas recipes.
I thought they said biscuits.
Oh dear. I've just bought a Humpty Dumpty toy from Aldi's middle aisle for the grandkids. It's brilliant. It comes with Aldi King's horses and Aldi King's men.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
I thought you were going to say you need to buy the fucking power pack separately.
Well, that's the thing, Gordo. Did you get that link that I sent you for that lighting unit for that Lego thing that you bought, Mrs. G? So he ran about last night about he's got a Lego summer orchid, and yeah, I found a thing where you can illuminate it for this with this power pack thing.
This makes me laugh. It was noisy on Saturday night. And yeah, it's actually bonfire tonight. There's hardly been any.
Yeah, because they've let about £2,000 off in an hour.
But yeah, I mean, it's not been too bad. But I think Chris was just, I think Warwick Way, Chris was just about to let Biscuit out, you know, to have a pee on the garden, and that's when the firework went off. Hiya, Gary.
Gary!
You've missed the boat, Gary. Richard's gone.
Is he gone?
No, he's gone to get him, make a coffee.
Is there somewhere? He's more here than I am. Might do a Tracy tomorrow and go back to bed.
See you later, Jamie.
Now, I'm determined to get that oil change done tomorrow. That's it then, and she's sorted them for a good while. I'll do body work after Christmas and that. The weather's too cold now.
But somebody's clinking. Yeah, Lego Botanical Orchid, it's called.
I thought you were going to say Lego of a botanical orchid.
It is Lego.
Lego.
Oh no, Lego.
Cheers up.
Well, you have to be more specific.
Yeah, I did.
Bloody Nora, Chris.
That second one.
I found like a light unit for it that makes it light up. Look, that's the actual Lego orchid, and then that's the lighting bit.
Who's having Lego over? Hey, kitchen, I can see people on about Lego over.
No, Johnny's got wrong end at stick.
Well, that's what I wanted.
We were on about last night. He bought Mrs. G the.
What about me, Stick?
The Lego Botanicals.
Trump, 100% Joel, the new Trump.
But then I came across a unit that lights it all up.
I can't see America surviving without Trump. They're on their ass now. They need to get rid of the fucking idiots that have been in for the last few years. I mean, she's been vice president for fucking 4 years. What's she done? Fuck all. Useless. She can't read without an auto cue. She talks to you like you're at primary school. She's a cabbage.
44 Man City 1.
Sheffield Wednesday.
Unless it's completely rigged, Trump's going to win it.
You see that's the plan to bring.
Richard, they're already saying some voting machines are going down and that are not working properly and shit like that.
I know Raphael knows, you know what I'm talking about because the missus does Lego, collects Lego. So yeah, but I found as well. I found like a lighting unit that you know. The thing is, Joel.
Bobby, Watford will beat Wednesday 6-2. Lost
2. Oh, I thought it was 2-0.
Swansea.
See, it's not over till it's over, if you know what I mean. They're saying at the moment the neck
Oh,
of it.
it'll take days. We won't
Yeah,
know
but
who's
you can't
done for the other week yet.
Don't listen to mainstream media anyway, because they don't want him to win.
It'll take days and days before it's sorted.
At least Friday, they said. At least.
Yeah, because they've got,
Yeah.
they've got a few states.
It takes them forever.
Yeah. But according to, the neck and neck at the moment, they're in a lot.
Yeah, but they're only saying that because they're panicking. They're shitting themselves. All them lefty snowflakes that have kicked off all these fucking years. Then look at the state America's in. It's the worst it's ever been. It's the weakest it's ever been.
I personally think she will win. To be honest,
Nah, she won't.
I do.
I says
It's ticking two political boxes. You've got to think about it. It's two
She's not
political
ticking any boxes. Nobody wants her. That fucking nobody wants her.
The thing is,
she
there's a
is
bit of
dangerously
controversy
useless.
about
though.
the
She makes
voting
Biden look
age.
intelligent.
And yeah, there was somebody trying to vote for Trump, but as soon as they press that button, it says you have voted for Harris.
Yeah, they try to rig it. They totally try to rig it. They're saying
But
some
yeah.
voting machines are going down or not working or doing wrong. Yeah, like it's bullshit. They're panicking.
Yeah.
Any excuse.
I think she'll win me purely on political need, not the fact that she's any good. The fact that she's a woman that'll get her there for a start.
Oh, Gary, if you believe that,
I
man.
said to Johnny, they're making a big thing about it because if she wins, she's going to be the first ever woman
Correct.
president.
Cabbage. Yeah.
Correct.
First woman cabbage.
And also she's not white as well, so that's going to be even a double whammy for them.
You have to have these.
You know. So it's I think she'll win.
I mean, to me,
I don't think she'll be any good.
it shouldn't make a difference whether she's black or white or yellow or whatever.
No, well, it doesn't.
And the
But
fact that she's a woman,
it looks good though. You see, it looks good. It's statistics and box ticking and all sorts, and it's right what they want. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter where you're from or what colour you are, but she'll be the first one. So
we'll
I think
see what happens.
I think she'll win me.
But it's just a case of waiting and seeing, Richard, really, isn't it?
Personally, though, I couldn't give a shit whichever wins.
I know. I mean, to me,
Doesn't affect me.
it's got enough problems.
Without Trump, we're definitely going into World War III because fucking North Korea's helping Russia now as well. So, and he loves a good fucking war, does that twat?
Yeah, but let's be honest. What are they going to do? Send them some of their antique weapons? Not much of an help, are they, North Korea?
Hang on a minute. Crypto, he didn't make it. The Dolce Gusto made it.
Hey, I had to push the button.
Yeah. That's all he had to do, Crypto, just press a button. So, yeah.
Right, Jeanette, love, I'm off me because I'm shattered, love. I am really shattered.
Yeah, you take care, Johnny.
See you later, Johnny.
Tony.
Hello, Tony. How we doing?
But yeah, that's what I've said all along, Tony. I can a presidential electee get to be president when he's facing jail time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's another thing as well, right? I know we're going back to football, but yeah, Man City have had these charges hanging over them for almost a year, right?
Longer than that.
Is it longer than that? Nah, yeah, they deducted Sheffield United 2 points. Everton got deducted 2 lots of 3 points. Who were the other one that got deducted points? Were it Chelsea? I don't know. So what makes Man City so special that it took all this while?
It's because there's a lot of charges against them. A lot. It's not just 1 or 2, it's like 115.
But yeah,
That's
you know,
why it's taking so long.
you know what I mean. This is the thing. They think because they're one of the richest football teams
I hope they get
in
done.
the UK that they're untouchable.
I hope if they get found guilty of more than 50, I hope they get relegated like Rangers did, and they're like
Right down bottom. Yeah.
Major League 2. I really do.
You know what I mean? I look at it this way: nobody is above the law.
No.
You know what I mean? Nobody is above the law. You know, whether it's an ex-president or a big football, you know, team.
Did you tell him about the lovely wake-up call you got this morning?
Yeah.
I say early morning breakfast wake-up by reception.
You know them that's moving in Poppy's old house next door but one. They're cutting bloody trees down it backyard at God knows what time this morning.
Well, what time were they doing it? Were they doing it early on?
Let's be right.
What time do you call early on?
8 o'clock.
Could have done it at 7:30.
That's halfway through days. 8 o'clock. That's not early.
Well, same as Chris says, by rights, they could have started at 7:30.
Yeah.
And he would have been pissed
If
then.
we all like me a job, we didn't start over until 8 o'clock, even though we started at 7:30.
Yeah. But anyway. But it was just the noise. You know what I mean? It felt like they were right outside our window. And then once they jumped back, they went out at front.
Obviously, don't want the trees there.
But apparently, according to Chris, it's a woman with 2 kids.
Right.
An Asian woman.
Right.
So that's all he
I
knows.
always get a feel of a family when they first move in and they seem alright. You know what I mean?
But yeah.
Not me.
You see.
Skanker at 20,000.
Oh yeah, God, I'm glad she ain't moving in next door but one. But yeah, I mean, we've known for a while that Poppy were buying a house. And Chris kept saying, oh God, I pray to God that, you know, that we get somebody nice that moves in. And
so has this woman who's moving in, has she bought the house?
No, it's same.
So why can't she just start lobbing trees down willy-nilly as she feels like it?
She can do, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. As long as she pays for it.
They're in her garden, obviously. The trees.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
It's like Brian and Mary. They chopped all their down, flattened it more or less, but then mother died and left them some money, so they're buying the house. So yeah, so long as it's respectable, it looks decent, they don't care what you do. Hi, partners. Yeah, not too bad, Tony. Been having a bit of.
Wow,
Yeah. Chris is happy.
Last minute winner.
He'll be even happier on Sunday if they beat them lot.
Yeah, that's the match.
He says, you do realise we're having a late dinner on Sunday, don't you? I went, duh, they kick off at 12:30. Is it 12:30? Baby?
What?
Did they kick off at 12:30?
Sunday.
Yeah.
Mm.
What it were. But
a big game.
I mean, when all's said and done, it's not going to be all that late because they'll probably be home by 2 o'clock, something like that, or a bit later. So, who farted? Nobody. Why? Farted. But anyway, so. But yeah, he felt as rough as the dog and went back to bed about 12:30 you went back to bed.
What?
Were it 12:30 you went back to bed?
Yeah, 2.
It was gone 2 o'clock.
Yeah, nearly 2 hours.
So.
Felt like step up.
Yeah. He says if he thought at one point he was going to be sick.
I thought I was going to be sick here in the morning when I got back from Walkie Biscuit.
But
Fireworks.
it ain't me either, Joel.
I never heard anything. Did somebody
I
fire?
didn't. No, I didn't. But anyway, I'll let you know if it were me farting. I don't care. No, anyway, Richard, it's your last day tomorrow.
Thank God, yeah. It's weekend tomorrow, after tomorrow. Thank God.
So, what time did you go home yesterday then?
Middle afternoon, they were about, I don't know, 3-ish, something like that.
But
Yeah. Felt rough as a dog. I've never, ever heard that cat fart yet, and I've never smelt a fart.
oh God, biscuit, God.
I don't know why, but when you just pick up and smell, she always smells of talcum powder. I don't know where the smell comes from, because I certainly don't sprinkle talcum powder on her. I don't know where it comes from, but you smell her all the time, and she smells of talcum powder.
Yeah,
But
but the thing is, Tony, he says I'd rather not eat than be sick. But the thing is, if you're not eating, that makes you feel worse.
She's been sat on Winterbottom tonight watching fireworks. She's not bothered at all about fireworks.
Don't phase her at all.
Nothing. Not bothered in the slightest. When she hears the bang, she goes to the window to have a look. Watch. All right, Mia. Mia. She's top bunk.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
it's going off now. But
Mia.
it's not. It's come back in here.
Come here. Come here.
It's been good as gold.
Will you be sleeping there?
Apart from
She'll be up all night. Come here.
That was only because you opened the door, and when you opened the door,
fireworks.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I said it's very strange that he wanted to stay in there with me. Never heard of before.
Come here. She's looking, but she's thinking, I can't be asked.
She's saying, what the fuck do you want?
Yeah. Yeah. Come here. Come here. Don't you be falling into any deep sleep, or else you'll be up all night bugging me. Here she comes. Here she comes.
She's thinking about it.
Oh, I'll just wash my foot before I come down. Have a scrat. Come on, here. Come on. Yeah, come here. Come here. Come on.
Still looking out at window.
Come on. You're not looking out window. There's no fireworks going on.
I've never owned a cat that be so laid back as Mia.
You sat watching fireworks, weren't you? You're having a big stretch.
It's a good job I ain't got college.
You softy. You a softy.
No faces her though, does it?
Oh no. That's it now. She's going to do the old parrot impersonation now.
She's thinking about that and all.
Yeah. That's it. Show everybody your ass. You can be a naughty girl. You're right there. Joelle, boy, can she? Can she? No problem.
Partner says rusty bullet hole.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. She's after decided she wants charging leads now.
Well, it's per se, Tony, it's not a white one. She's got tortoise shell markings here, and she's got a tortoise shell tail, but then she's got the 2 dots. They also like tortoise shell colour.
It's like a domino, aren't you?
Yeah. So she, you know, she's not white per se, but she's got a bit of tabby in her. Oh, pardon me, or tortoise shell, and whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you
But
doing down there?
he's only
Beautiful ass. It's a beautiful ass.
yeah, he's only had one
Send
whiskey.
your picture, Bobby.
Little snake.
This is our Tucker's safe place. In his bag.
All right, and shopping bag.
Yeah. That's his safe place. We all fireworks and everything.
And does Cat not like fireworks? No.
No. I think our chase has just gone out, but
All right.
like for the last couple of nights they've been in. But yeah, that's our Tucker's safe places in a yeah. Wine beer. I don't know.
See you later, Jason. Take it easy.
Yeah, see you later, Jason. Yeah. Bantering all these names about. I mean, if we'd have called it by what we were going to call it to start with, we're going to be called bastard. So yeah, you know, but we didn't think it were appropriate to call Mia. Yeah, weren't you, Richard? You were going to call it bastard.
Yeah, I'm going to call it bastard.
Says I wished you'd have called it that now, because she gets
I've called
all
it
kinds of
plenty of times since, especially during now when I'm in bed and she wants to kick off.
Okay then, Joelle. See you later.
Right, night, Joelle. Well, you keep forgetting you're an hour in front of us, yeah. And
Yeah. So yeah, it were
bye, Joelle.
we sort of banded a few names about, and I were coming up with it.
Pardon
It was
me.
from the list, weren't it? And most popular female cats' names, and I come across Mia, and Richard says, "Oh, I like that one." So yeah, so that's where it came from originally.
What are you doing? Come on.
You see, the thing is, Tony, Richard works, so it wouldn't be fair on the dog to leave it all day
That's it.
on its
Cats,
own.
cats don't give a shit. They
And
don't care whether you're there or
when
not half the
so,
time.
yeah,
As long as they've got their food.
that's it. So that were the that were the thinking behind getting a cat, because yeah, I mean, and all Mia does all day while Richard's at work, because he's got an indoor camera, is she sleeps.
Yeah,
Trying
she's
to
usually
fit
asleep pretty much all day.
Yeah, either
If
that
she
or
starts
trying
doing,
to kittens.
starts doing any shit, I shouted her through camera. She was sat on my desk this morning at 8 o'clock. So I shouted at her, I said, "What are you doing on there? Get down." And she could be looking around. So I worked out where I was.
I'm thinking, where's that voice coming from?
Yeah.
Dad's voice, where is he? Is he
I was
hiding
at work
somewhere?
and I just happened to look and she sat on my desk here. I said, "Get down off there."
Oh dear.
She
Then
could
what
be
Chris-
murdered. She crawls around back at screens and pulls flipping USB wires out. Correct. If you've got a dog, you've got to get up and all sorts, Tony. But I mean, I'm up early Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday anyway. I only work 3 days a week. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm at home. But I still leave her even though I'm at home, because I don't want her to get into a thing where she thinks that I'm here all day. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
even when I am here, I still go out and leave her, because I don't want her to get into a habit of thinking, "Oh, bloody hell, he's here all day. This is great stuff."
Yeah, you're there more often than what you are at work.
Yeah. So I don't, you know, I'm usually in and out, you know what I mean? But she tends to sleep all day, even when I'm here. She tends to just fall asleep.
But
But
Yeah. I mean, it's like us. Yeah, we've got a dog. And but cats, you just open the door and let them out. I mean, now that wouldn't be what's it where Richard lives, because he lives right near a main road. So
I say, yeah, I've got a busy road, like literally
she's
30 foot away from where I'm sat.
She's always going to be an indoor cat because he lives near a main road.
Definitely.
But you were sozzled after a double vodka and whatever, Diet Coke.
You'd have been sozzled if I'd have poured it for you, Tony. Bloody hell. I poured one for Tracy, God forbid. It finished her off, didn't it? I was a vodka and Coke. I don't know about it being a double. I think it was like a multi-quadruple dingle-ingler. It were a lot.
I'll put it this way, there were more vodka in it than there were mixer.
Yeah, it was what I called me 50-50. It was like in a big glass, and I filled it up halfway with vodka, and then just finished it off with Coke. Just colorised it with a bit of Coke.
She was still drinking it when she went.
Yeah, she took it home with her to drink as well. Very good one. Very good one.
But yeah, Richard, don't do things in half measures.
Oh, that's right, no.
Oh, you were in a pub, were you? But yeah, that's one of the worst things you can do, Tony, if you're not eating, drinking alcohol.
Yeah, definitely not.
But
got back in her hammock now. She's had enough.
That's enough for one night, Dad.
Well, it won't be for one night. When I go to bed, that's when she starts. Can't be sozzled, I think. Yeah, if you had one of mine, you will be, definitely.
Tracy will put it that way.
Tracy's used to drinking vodka, and she was sozzled off my measure.
But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's whatever you're used to. I mean, Richard likes Baileys.
Oh, yeah. When I have a measure of Baileys, it's a flipping proper measure.
You know, Chris is a whiskey person. I don't like whiskey either.
Five glasses of my Baileys measures, and that's a litre bottle gone.
Yeah, Raphael says good vodka goes down nicely, pure and cold. So nothing in it, just straight vodka.
I've never ever drunk it, so I don't even know what it tastes like on its own.
Ain't got no taste to it.
Do you know?
Well, put it this way, Richard. One New Year's Eve, right? The only thing that we got was 2 bottles of vodka. And me and Chris finished them off that night. And he says, I've never had a vodka before. He says, you'd be right, vodka and Coke. I've not touched it since. Oh, were I badly next morning?
Yeah, fobbed off at my local and E department.
A&E department.
Oh, my local A&E department got it, yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's I'd never drunk it before that night, and I've never drunk it since. Vodka. Good one tastes nice, and Smirnoff tastes like dirty diesel. You see that this is what I'm saying. Everybody's got the different, choice of drinks. But Gordo says he used to drink Jack Daniels before, when he used to drink. They shouldn't be dragging it on that long, Tony, honestly. You know what I mean? And I said the same to you other night. What are they waiting for it to burst or something? And then they're, you know, suing them for, you know, not doing something when they could have done something, if you know what I mean. But you see, Chris's mum were exactly the same. Now, Chris's mum started off, she had a heart attack, right? And they put a stent in. But previous to that, she was on this heart medication, right? And it was making her sick. So they changed the medication and whatever. But she got that much into a routine where she associated eating being sick. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's what happened with Chris's mum. She went down to skin and bone. She got early onset dementia. And she was sectioned, right? Which is, I mean, in my mind, she shouldn't have been.
Southern Comfort. No, I can't drink that. That's that. Is that aniseed stuff?
No, that's Pernod you were on about.
Oh, is it? Right. I'm on
Yeah.
that Pernod. Can't
Yeah.
drink that Pernod, that aniseed. Yeah, God.
I,
So what's Southern Comfort then? What's Southern Comfort? Is it?
I don't know.
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. Is it a whiskey or a vodka?
I'm just looking. It's a whiskey liqueur.
All right. Never heard of it. I'll have to try that. Oh, I've heard of it, sorry. I don't mind a
It
liqueur.
says, Southern Comfort Original is the one-of-a-kind taste you'll keep coming back to. A signature blend of whiskey, fruits and spices, back-crafted for over 140 years.
All right. Yeah. I might try some of that. Just out of interest. I can think I can remember it because it's like got a rib neck bottle, if I remember rightly, like a funny shaped rib or ribbing on the bottle neck. It's the stuff I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it has.
Right.
Yeah, look. It has got like a rib thing on
That's it, yeah, like a funny
Yeah.
ribbon, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. The one you're thinking about is Pernod.
Yeah, I've had that, that's aniseed.
Ouzo is the stronger of the two.
Wait, stop it. Wait, yes, no. 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 Stop it, no. No.
But yeah, it says it's a bourbon. Oh, I was telling you about Chris's mum. Now they sectioned her, right? And they were trying to get her to eat. And she were doing everything in the powers not to eat anything. She were hiding food and all sorts.
Ah.
And to me, same as I said to Chris, they should have took to the hospital, and they would have gave her a feeding tube. But it got to a point where it was too late. You know what I mean? And even the hospital where she went to said she should have been here a while ago. And yeah, you know what I mean? Had they acted sooner, they could have fitted her a feeding tube, and she might still have been here.
Mm.
So, but yeah, it weren't to be. And she went down to skin and bone, his mum did. But she associated eating with being sick. And it was like her mind was still thinking, well, if I eat something, I'm going to be sick, even though they changed the medication and everything. But no, she'd got it into her mind that if she were to eat something, she'd be sick. And she didn't want to keep being sick all the time. But that's it. Put her in bed before patients. Yeah, you know, if you were to say you were going to pay for it privately, Tony, they'd get it sorted straight away.
They would.
But to me, why should you pay anything? Why should you pay? I mean, it's like Richard. He's worked all his life. He's never been on dole or anything. Yet he's considering paying to have his hip replaced because
Correct.
might be waiting God knows how long.
It's probably 3 years if I wait for NHS. Because they don't see me as being a bad kid. There's people walking on crutches that they're in a queue. You know.
But this is the thing, Tony. I can believe what you're saying because, yeah, his mum deteriorated that badly that, yeah, by the time they got her to hospital, it was too late. So, he says, well, I'm going on up here in November 2025, but I can believe that. I truly can. You see, this is the thing, Raphael. Tony's had a lot of trouble with his colon for a long time now, and nobody seems to be taking him seriously. And they said it's like a blockage in his colon, and they don't seem to want to do anything about it. But what can you do? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, if you've got the money, you can go to a private practitioner and get it done tomorrow. But not everybody's got that kind of money. But ain't that a fact, partner? You see, this is the thing. The NHS has got that bad that they're more interested in the figures and saving money. I know it's awful to say it, but that's what it's come down to. You know, you've got people crunching numbers and saying, "Oh, well, this don't add up," and and that's exactly what I said, Raphael. I says to him, it's no good drinking alcohol when you're not eating. And sort out a private scan, however, you have to take laxatives for it, which I can't take. Oh dear. But hey ho. You know, if you're one of the chosen ones and you've got money, as the saying goes, money talks. But yeah, I'm sure there's a way around it, Tony. I'm sure there's a way around it. Yeah, I mean, like a suppository or a what do you call it? Put that pipe up your bum. Not suppository. I forgot what it's called now. Partners, tell me what it's called. Yeah, and that makes you go. But yeah, I mean, there's got to be No, I agree with you. Not colonic irrigation. Oh, there's a name for it. What do you call it? I mean, there is like suppositories that you can use, and that's supposed to make you go. But it's like what's it called now? You tell me.
Once you get past 50, Tony, that's when it seems to be. Hello, Tommy. How we doing? Seems to be the slippery slope. I was fine until I was like, well, I was fine until COVID. And then ever since COVID, I've gone downhill. Don't know why. There's a place near me does that, colonic irrigation. Private clinic.
Enema, that's what it's called. That's the one, Tommy. Enema. I've just found it.
Okay, hang on. It's a bloody cat doing.
It says enemas are also helpful before bowel surgery and for diagnostic procedures like colonoscopies. That's it. Called it an enema. Little rendition there from Richard.
It's enema, that's what I was thinking of. Wait, go down. You sit on my chair. Where am I supposed to bloody sit?
Yeah, you're better off going face to face with him, Tony.
Yeah, there's a place near me. They charge you about 150 quid for that colonic irrigation.
I don't need one.
No. Apparently it's supposed to be, you feel really good after it. I'd never go and have it. I don't want people ramming stuff up my ass. But apparently it's, I know one or two people have been and had it done and they said it's flipping magic.
Well, they reckon it's like a detox, isn't it, though?
They say you come out and you feel really refreshed. You know.
Yeah, it's like a detox
But the
thing,
thought
isn't
of having stuff shoved up my ass does not for me. No.
See, that's what you get for waking her up, Richard.
Yeah, I'd rather him bum around now though, than not bum around when I go to bed, which he normally does every night.
But yeah,
He's having a
I've
wash.
I've heard that colonic irrigation. I mean, there were a documentary on one night about it, and like it's big in the celebrity circles apparently. You know what I mean? It's big, these colonic irrigations, and yeah, it's supposed to detox your whole body.
Oh yeah, you have all these fads, don't they? Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay Tammy it done. I ain't waiting 3 years. Thought I'd have it done. Perhaps in New Year I might do it. Might see if I can get a cheap do, you know. Get me hip and knee done together at the same time. See if I can get like a double do discount.
2 for price of one.
Well, singly, if you pay from singly, it's 26,000. You pay singly, differently. Hips about 14, knees about 12. But I don't know if you get a bargain if you get them both done together. You know, get a cheap do for that. See if you get both done for 20, maybe. Might get a trade in on my old hip joint.
Don't forget to put it on eBay after you've had it done.
Yeah, I'll say, can I have my old hip joint? And I'll put it on I'll mount it on a plinth and have it as an ornament.
Oh dear.
Imagine that. That'd be a talking point. That people say, what the fucking hell's that there? That ornament. So it's my hip. Your hip? Yeah, it's my old hip joint. Oh, they are 12 grand, Tony. I know somebody who does both hip and knee. The pharmacist where I go for medicine and shit, the woman who owns that pharmacist, she does it. She actually works in a private hospital doing hip and knee joints. You know. And hips, on average, is 14. And knees about 12. Knee operations slightly quicker. But,
yeah.
Problem is, you pay for it privately and it's an NHS doctor that does it as overtime. That's the laugh of it.
I know. No, we're talking hip replacement, Tommy.
Yeah. He's saying for the price of a hip and a knee, you can have a house. I don't want an house, Tommy. Thanks, but no thanks.
But and same as we've discussed before, the same surgeon does the procedures privately as well as on the NHS.
Yep, they do.
And it's the same surgeon.
Same with heart surgeons, they do it same.
Yeah.
That's why if you pay privately for a heart operation, it's always done on a Saturday or a Sunday because they do it as overtime.
Yeah.
You know. But
it's yeah, the bloatedness. You know what I mean? It's just so, you know, it so gets me angry that you go to work, you pay your national insurance for the fact that, you know, in your old age or whatever, that if you need anything doing, you know, that's what you've paid. So in actual fact, if you go private, you're paying twice because you're paying your national insurance. So you're
buggered. You're better off. I've said this all along. You're better off having no money whatsoever, because you know you get old, you get put in an old folks home. If you've got money, they'll spend all your money on it, and yet the guy sat to you next chair could be penniless and be still in the same home, getting the same food, getting looked after the same, and they have nothing. You get shite all for working all your life. That's the bottom line of it.
Yeah.
You get nothing for free for working all your life. I've never drawn a dole check, never been out to work, never not worked. And I've never claimed fuck all, and there's nothing available to claim.
Yeah, that's it.
Everything I want, I have to pay for. You know what I mean? You got these people on telly going on about food banks and stuff. I think, oh my God. The difference, people's perception of hardship nowadays isn't realistic. You know, people think they're hard up if they can't afford their next crate of cans or the Sky TV subscription and all this shit.
I mean, I've said this to you before, Richard. If we can't afford it, we don't have it.
Correct, but I mean,
You know what I mean?
you can live to your means, don't you? You know what I mean?
And it's all down to budgeting at the end of the day. You know, it's all down to budgeting. You budget, you know what money's coming in, so you budget along them lines.
Correct, of course you do. Of course you do. That's why I've reduced my hours at work, because I'm paying out less money, so I don't need to go to work as often.
Yeah.
Simple as that. That's why I only work 3 days instead of the 4.
Yeah.
You know, because even though I only did 4 days, I still did full-time hours just in 4 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the fact is, everything that where you live now is included, except through Sky or, I mean, your Virgin.
Internet. That's the only thing I pay for outside of my rent, and that's it. Everything else is included. So, you know, it's a saving of like 300 odd quid a month. So that's why I've reduced my hours at work, because I can afford it. You know what I mean?
Is she in the toilet?
Yeah, can you hear her rattling around? You know, she's having a shuffle. I put new grit in it earlier on, so she's thought she'd turn it. She does it all the time, makes it into a big pyramid.
Oh dear. But yeah, at the end of the day, Tony, that's all it boils down to. They're more concerned about the money, and same as you say, sorting people out with less complicated health conditions, so they can, you know, sort them out, send them packing, kind of thing.
It. There's about 2.5 million people waiting now for operations and stuff and surgery. So for me to join that queue, I'll be waiting forever. I'm just not, you know, I can still walk, you know, albeit hobbling a bit. Some days are worse than others, but the point is just the way it is, unfortunately.
It took me messaging him, by the way.
What?
And you were laughing at us. It isn't me that's messaging you. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, it's like today, everything has been hurting me. My knees have been hurting me, even down like to my fingers, and, you know, my joints in my fingers and my wrists, and everything, every single thing has been hurting me today. But they can't do anything about it.
No.
They can't do anything about it, or they won't do anything about it. That's the thing. They won't do anything about it.
It's a bugger.
You know, in no uncertain terms, the doctor just says to me, I'm on all three different lots of pain medication. And sometimes they do jack shit.
Yeah. I tend to swap around because I swap around me because I think your body gets used to certain ones, so I change. When they're not having an effect, I change. Like I'll do Cocodamol one day, and I'll do that Nurofen Super Special with living caffeine and all sorts of shit in it another day, and I swap around.
But you know what I mean? And I've said this to Richard many times. The only people that understand what you're going through is people that have got that kind of pain.
Correct.
You cannot describe to anybody.
It's not pain like as if you were getting stabbed. It's just annoying niggling all the time. The only time I've no pain is when I get in bed, and that's when it goes.
You see, with my knees, mine's got no cartilage. So even just sitting down on the toilet, you can feel my knee grating.
You know, my hip does that. It like
and my shoulders started doing it now as well.
You can actually hear it externally sometimes, clicking and clanking.
I mean, this is no word of a lie, Richard. When we go to bed, you know, I use that Algicel cream, and Chris puts Algicel cream on, and then I'll be sat there and I'll be going, oh, 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 and he said, "What? I ain't touched you yet. I ain't touched you yet." I says, "I know." I says, "My knees just clicked out of joint,"
Yeah.
and that's how easy it clicks
Oh.
out.
Oh, calm down.
And the pain when it does that is absolutely excruciating.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of the things I just put up with it, you know what I mean? When I'm not at work, it eases off when I'm not at work, you know, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it eases off because I'm not stood up all day. When I'm at work, I'm
Not
pretty
on your
much
feet
stood
as
up
much, yeah.
all day.
Hey,
Hello there, Rosetta.
how you guys doing today?
We're okay.
I'm trying to figure out where I put something. And I'm buried in stuff, so it's kind of hard to find things.
And you forget where you've put them.
Looking for the book I was writing up notes in for the music stuff I'm doing, but I can't find it. I'm figuring I probably put it underneath the stack of diamond art supplies behind me.
Oh. What's going on with that?
What?
Could be bad if you're locked up in Broadmoor wearing a sleeveless jacket and a zipper gimp mask.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
It's just
Broadmoor is our top security mental
hospital
institution.
That's where is it? Where Peter Sutcliffe, the Yorkshire Ripper. That's where you should be, Mia. Yeah, you should be there, shouldn't you? Yeah. Yeah.
She understands you, Richard.
Oh, she understands. You've got sleep in your eye. That's the name of that, can we?
Oh, all these medical ailments. Oh.
There are worse things you can get in your eye, trust me.
But yeah. And unless you suffer with it, yeah. You can't explain to people what it's like.
No.
You know, it's not just like a toothache or anything. It's really bad pain, and I tell you, a gimp mask, Tony.
What are you talking about for pain here?
No,
we're talking about it. I mean, Tony's got a blocked colon. Is really, we can't seem to get the doctors and everything to understand, and it's it's really bad, and it's got to a point where he don't want to eat anything because he's being sick and whatever, and what I mean. But yeah, I mean, my pain is arthritis, and so much so on my knee, I've got no cartilage, so it's bones rubbing on bone. And then every now and again, it just pops out.
I think part of this internet community kind of appeals to a lot of us that are stuck with a lot of pain and trying to function in the house. Gives us a way to find people to talk to when we're sitting there going, I don't want to fucking move. This hurts.
I know exactly what you mean. It is hard to explain to somebody the severity of your pain and how it affects you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
and I try to tell people, you don't want to understand certain things. And I don't say that to put down the people who don't have the severe chronic pain. I say that to go, look, I've got conditions that don't make sense, are really rare, and are a lot of pain, and I don't want other people to understand what those feel like. I don't want people to know what it feels like for your brain tissue to be on fire because you had a seizure so bad it actually started it burning.
Yeah.
I don't want people to experience that kind of shit.
Trying to look at telly. Trying to look at telly.
I'd rather they don't understand it, honestly, you know?
But yeah, I mean, when you've got like certain medical conditions, the only person that understands it is the person that's going through it themselves.
Which would be fine. I just think more people need to be more compassionate about we don't all know each other's pain, you know?
But yeah, you know, I mean, one way or another, we've all got as different pain thresholds as well. You know, I mean, I've got a really high pain threshold, but there's some days I could sit here and I could literally cry all day.
There are days I wake up and it feels like everything is on fire. Muscles burning, knotting, tearing feelings, migraines throbbing, and all I want to do is lay in bed and curse the universe for existing. And there are days I can't even stand. And people, I've had more fucked up pain traumas than most people would ever guess. More than most people go through, thank God, because most people shouldn't go through what I've been through. And I tell people, you know, honestly, in a lot of ways, the one that killed me the most was tearing my leg because it burned for like 2 months, no matter what I did. B, I couldn't fucking do anything and I had to sit still. So it was psychologically painful too.
Mm.
I'm trying to explain that to people though. And I won't go into a lot of my pain conditions because a lot of my pain conditions are not friendly for men to hear the details of.
That's it. But,
you ever picture the guys doing the Foxworthy joked about the female problems? La 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 la. That's about where it'll go.
But yeah, it's and I'm on the, you know, these things is sent to testers, and boy, do they test us at times. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They do test us. They test us to his limit. Yes, please.
I need one.
I believe we all have our own thresholds based on our own experiences. And I applaud for the people who don't have as much pain threshold, who haven't been through as much. I'm almost kind of jealous of them, you know?
But you see, this is the thing. I mean, throughout my life, I've had that much pain that I can't say you get immune to it, but your pain threshold
but you do in a way. But you do in a way because you get to a point
a lot higher because you're thinking, well, I've been through worse pain in my life. You know what I mean? It can't get any worse than this.
Mm-hmm. And there's an amount of where you sit there and your body gets so numb to constant pain that small pains you don't notice.
Yeah.
I remember my dad had a reaction to a painkiller they put him on where it actually worked too well. And he actually lost all his pain sensations. Now, he'd been dealing with severe chronic pain, muscular dystrophy and stuff his whole life. And at this point had been in severe diagnosed muscular dystrophy for decades. And it made all the pain go away. And what he figured out was it scared the hell out of him because he had enough nerve damage from all the pain conditions that outside of the pain, he couldn't tell where his limbs were without the pain. And it freaked him out. He wanted his pain back.
Yeah.
And I remember that vividly, you know?
But I mean, it's similar to, how can I put it? Let's say somebody loses their leg and it's below knee, right? They reckon in that part of the other part of the limb, they still feel like they've still got the leg attached. And that, you know what I mean? You won't think that they'd still have the pain, but they do because they associate that part of the limb with pain.
Yeah, and that's just it. We have such complexity. And I could sit here and give horror stories, and I think you probably could too, based on the stuff I've talked to you about before. But I think ultimately the horror stories just shape us to be stronger bitches. It's not about what you go through in life, it's about how you handle it.
Yeah.
We're all going to have different trials and tribulations. Nobody's pain's less valid because it's not as much as somebody else is going through. Your
That's
feelings, your pain, your emotions, your trauma is valid no matter what it is.
Yeah. Totally agree.
Oh, man, it's a good one.
And yes, it's called phantom pain.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I have the Tourette's, and you all know it. I have a stupid tendency to watch a lot of Tourette's streamers because I want to support them. I don't know if you know much about Tourette's, but one of the things of it is echolalia echopraxia, which is where you pick up the movements and tics of other people because it's a brain synapse response that causes it. So if you're around other people with Tourette's or watching somebody else with Tourette's, you pick up their tics.
Yeah.
It's really bad when I start watching people like Sweet Anita because I start ticking worse. And I also start sounding more like a British woman, which is really weird. It's awkward. Penis juice, it's an awkward situation. And it's frustrating because I want to watch them. I want to support them. I want to hang out with them as much as I can. I don't want
you're
people to
picking up
avoid
on
me
their
for it.
tics that
Yeah.
you don't necessarily have, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So I watched this story from this comedian that was talking to a girl with Tourette's. And she was talking about going to this camp that was made for people with Tourette's to help them with everything. And she said, we're sitting there in the camp, and everybody in this Tourette's camp is just, they're trying not to be the first person to tick to set it all off. So we're all just sitting there like fighting it, pinning it back as much as possible. And this woman comes out to greet us all in the camp, and she's holding her newborn baby as she's talking to us. And the first tick we heard all day was somebody screaming, "Kick it!" out of the baby. And I'm just sitting there going, "Oh dear God, dear God." It's just I'm sitting there going, yeah, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to be first person to start off with ticking and everything, and then
I'm no problem being who I am. I have no problem dealing with my Tourette's. I have no shame in it. That's not the problem. It's the awkwardness. I'm in a public place. I'm in a store. I voted earlier, and the voting places, the city just basically there's a bunch of churches in the building to the voting polls every election. They don't charge for it. They don't get anything from it. They just let them use it because it's the day that they're not open. And fine, I'm standing in a church voting, and I'm ticking penis juice. And I'm trying to decide if that was worse or when I went with a friend to an adult.
Sorry, is this really about it?
I Anthony, yeah.
I'm in Iowa. I grew up in South Dakota. I've lived in several others along the ways. Which is more embarrassing though? Ticking penis juice at the polling place because it's in a church, or when I went with a friend who didn't want to be alone to go get her adult toys the other day, and I'm taking that in the middle of an adult shop while she's holding phallic things at me.
Did you say a prayer after you'd said that in church? Forgive me.
Penis juice up your butt. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it must have been so funny. You know what I mean?
It is. And the thing is, I've had people in churches consider me demonic for weird outbursts and tics before. And I still remember when I was on the board of a church sitting in the front row and I could not stop the ticking. And I was trying to just let it out physically at my feet and hands so nobody would see, and trying not to say anything and trying not to do anything. And I held it back and I held it back, and it builds up pressure.
I was going to say that could be worse than not saying anything. You know,
well,
try not to say it.
Suppressing tics can cause all kinds of things, from headaches to other stuff. But the other thing is they let themselves out eventually, no matter how hard you fight it. So I kept suppressing because I didn't want to say these things in the middle of the church. And I ended up rocking back and forth, screaming fuck over and over in this pew, unable to stop for a while in the middle of church service from the front row as part of the board.
And Gary Ross says hallelujah. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Oh, Anthony.
Anybody that knows you knows. Yeah, understands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, Rosetta, who's going to win the election? Who's going to be a president?
Some piece of shit.
Yeah, but which one?
Which
Which-
piece?
I have no idea. Whichever piece of shit a lot of fucking idiots voted for. I don't like either side, and I don't hide it. And I really can't stand either of the people on this ballot. So
Oh dear.
So I'm just sitting there going, oh dear God. But yeah, I've had like complete freakouts and stuff like that. And yeah, I bless their hearts. One of the ones I met in Tamsy's chat, I've been joining her streams lately, the Canadian Diamond Witch. And she's a sweetheart, and so is her group. But one of them was showing off pictures of a grandbaby or niece or something she was talking about. And I'm sitting here ticking penis sprout at her every time she shows the baby.
Oh dear.
Bless their sweet little hearts, right? But it was an amazing group actually talking earlier. We had this panel of like 6 women talking, and people in chat asking us controversial topics that women tend to argue and yell about. And we're having full-on discussions and debates about it and disagreements in some of the most polite, well-mannered listening and taking each other's opinions in that I've had in a long time with people. And I'm like, hallelujah, a group that's willing to hear the other side without acting like bitches, right?
That's it.
That tells me I'll go back there more, right? People don't have to agree with me. And I don't have to agree with them. But can we respect that most people's opinions aren't rooted in bigotry? They're rooted in their experiences and what they think is the right thing to do for helping everyone. Even when they say stupid things and people on both sides do, most people's opinions are rooted in their experience and wanting to do the right thing. I wouldn't trust either of them as far as I could throw a fucking Chevy.
A Chevy, I'll have a Chevy.
But I'll put it that way. I've researched both plenty. I have a personal history of detestment of Trump that goes back to actually meeting him and his family and things I had to deal with the people running with him and running his campaign the last time. But I have issues with her too. So it's like I'm sitting there going, I'll just go for third party and focus on local elections and fuck this shit. I don't trust either one of them because I've seen them both lying through their fucking arses so much it just makes me want to vomit.
But we were only on about it earlier on. You know what I mean? You've got on both sides people like bringing these celebrities into the equation, and they think by bringing these celebrities in, it's you know, giving them favour. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like Boris Johnson's going to bring Mr. Bean in thinking that's going to win him the election.
You know what I mean? You know, there's a well-known English politician, and Donald Trump bought it. You know, oh, we've got an English politician in the audience. Welcome to my good friend Nigel Farage. You know what I mean? Like, what difference is that going to make?
How many millions?
There's a few quotes that one of the celebrities I will listen to the most because he tells people not to listen to celebrities, and he's actually really intellectual on how he does it, is Alice Cooper.
Oh.
He's got all kinds of quotes on this. One of the top ones is when musicians are telling people who to vote for, I think that's an abuse of power. You're telling your fans not to think for themselves, just to think like you. Rock and roll is about freedom, and that's not freedom.
But you know what I mean? It's like, you know, and then it's like tit for tat, and Carmela Harris is bringing up, you know, Obama's and Oprah Winfrey and J-Lo and everything, because J-Lo is Latino.
Yeah, and I don't. That's the thing. I don't give a shit what your race or your gender or other stuff is, what your sexuality is. Can we stop talking about that with any of them and focus on the issues? You know,
Yeah.
I don't
They
care
seem-
who you are or who you fuck or any of that.
They seem to be focusing on, well, I've got better celebrities on my side than what you have. And they seem to be like trying to one up.
That's the problem. Is I've been in the political center of Iowa for a long time, which is where all the caucus and campaigning and everything starts. I lived here the better part of almost 2 decades, and I was heavily involved in the caucus system and the political system for a while in it. And I've met almost every fucker in Washington, and I would rather fucking shoot my tit off than vote for any of them. I mean, not to be blunt or anything, but after interacting with the most of them, I just fuck them. No.
Yeah. But this is it. You know what I mean? It's all down to the individual, and they're trying to sort of sway people one way or other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what the brain's for. To make your own decisions and to make your own mind up.
There's so much contention that's been manufactured on both sides now that I don't care who wins. We really, really have to fight to not let this divulge into violence or rioting or shit, because there's so much contention and so much hatred on both sides now.
Well,
And so all I want to think about is trying to hold the people I care about, left, right, and center, together.
I mean, it's like it was here in the UK. I mean, they're letting illegal immigrants into the country, yet they caught a £300 winter fuel payment for the pensioners. You know what I mean? It's, you know, you think of your own before you think of anybody else. And they're just trying to cut. Yeah, they've inherited the problems of the previous government. So, you know,
it's not for honor. It's not for integrity. I could go on a tirade about the American progressive history and how much damage it's done to the political system globally and how much they've embedded themselves in global education and politics. And that is a fault that America has to deal with, is that progressive movement was big government on both sides. And they intentionally embedded themselves on both sides and then spread globally. And we have, in a lot of ways, because of that, fucked up multiple parties and groups around the globe. And it was always about, we want power no matter what the people believe, no matter what the people vote for, no matter what the people support. We want to use it to expand government. And if you look at the way both parties act, they are rooted in that early American progressivism of trying to undo the founding rights.
I mean, I look at it this way, Gary. I look at it this way, Tony.
Gary.
As far as I'm concerned, they all piss in the same pot. You know what I mean? Whether it's because, see, we've got Labour, Conservative, and obviously Lib Dem. Yeah, it don't matter who's in power; they all piss in the same pot.
I've got friends on every side of the aisle. I've got family on every side of the aisle. I don't care who they are. As long as they treat me well, I'll treat them well. I don't fucking need to agree with you on everything. And I don't want to be divided from you just because we disagree.
So did I, Gary. I think he'll be back, Gary.
The thing is, and that's what I always say, Rosetta. Mm-hmm. You know, opinions is like our souls. Everybody's got one. And
they all stink.
Yeah, you don't have to fall out just because you've got a different opinion from somebody else.
No, I'd never vote Labour.
I didn't vote for that reason, because they'll piss it same pot.
I vote, but I always do the same thing with my votes as of the last few elections. I abstain from president and give a snarky, sarcastic write-in, and then I vote on all the local stuff that actually can make a difference.
That's it.
Because I really, really hate what both parties have become, and I really don't want to support them. And if I can do it, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. My political viewpoints line on center to the right,
Maybe
I am mostly centrist, but I'm a little more conservative than liberal overall. But I genuinely think most things are centrist positions because most things cannot be made black and white. There's so many complexities on both sides that you have to have rational, reasonable. Yes, we need some safety nets. No, we should not have all these handouts. Yes, there's a major issue with illegals. Yes, we also need to work on helping the people who need to get in legally who are doing.
So who did you vote for then, Tony? If you didn't vote Labour Conservative, who did you vote for?
You could even say the same with the pro-life, pro-choice. There's valid arguments for both sides. You need protection for life. You need protection for helping people on both sides to minimize harm to either. That's the thing is most of these political discussions, the extremist views are what kills us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, obviously. You didn't vote for them, you voted for a different one. I worked that out myself, but
anyway, on that note, I'm going to call it a night.
Okay,
I will see. I'm doing the baking tomorrow night because obviously they've been watching the football tonight. So, so I'll see you all on the next one. It's baking tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, Greens, that's not bad, that, Tony. I'd have voted for them, but I would have done. But...
I ain't turned it off yet.
See you later, Tony. See you later, Anthony.
Well, you fuckered that up.
Gary. Bye.